On Wednesday evening, Phil Esposito of the Boston Bruins tied the record of most goals in a season, which up until that point had been held by Bobby Hull of the Chicago Blackhawks. Phil scored his 58th of the season before 10,400 fans in Oakland as the Bruins downed the Seals by a score of 8-1 in what was an otherwise very uneventful contest. And to make it extra special, Phil actually scored number 58 twice. How could that have happened, you ask? Well, I shall tell you. It was actually a pretty neat set of circumstances when you think about it. At 7:33 of the second period, Phil got the puck and beat California goalie Gary Smith with a wicked shot that very few netminders in the history of the National Hockey League would have had any chance of getting in front of. Unfortunately, on the play, referee Ron Wicks immediately put his arms out and waved the goal off, and there's a very interesting photo we'll have in our Twitter feed this week about this goal with the baleful look of Phil Esposito at the referee as Wicks signals no goal. Ron informed Phil that he had blown the play dead because it was necessary to assess a penalty against Phil's line mate, the truculent Wayne Cashman. Undaunted by that disappointment, 6 minutes later, Phil made another good play in the Seal zone. The puck went behind the California goal, and Billy Hickey of the Seals retrieved it. But as he began to move along the boards, Esposito was in forechecking like a demon, and he stole the puck from the veteran Billy Hickey. He quickly wheeled in front of the shot, completely unopposed by any Seals defender, and whipped the puck past Smith, who had again absolutely no chance on the play. On this occasion, Mr. Wicks did not interrupt the celebration, and Phil Esposito and Bobby Hull were even in the record book. It was inevitable that the very next evening Hull's record would finally fall, and this would be in Inglewood, California, at the fabulous forum owned by the Los Angeles Kings and their owner Jack Kent Cooke. The Kings came out, they tried. They have very little to play for now, and the Bruins, as is their wont to do against these lower tier expansion teams, skated to an easy 7-2 victory. Phil scored twice, giving him an incredible total of 60 for the season, unheard of in the history of the National Hockey League up to this point. That's 3 weeks left in the schedule. How many could Esposito end up with at this time? Here's an audio of that record-setting goal by Phil Esposito as told by the Bruins broadcast team.
On March 11, 1971, Boston Bruins center Phil Esposito broke Bobby Hull's record for goals in a season.
Up front, Esposito tied up by the right. Green drive. Goal! And that's the record breaker. Phil Esposito has scored 59 goals. The new record holder, beating Bobby Hull's old mark of 58. The whole Boston bench empties. Another standing ovation for Phil Esposito. This is the new record, 59 goals.
Well, Phil Esposito wasn't the only one setting records on that night as well. Bobby Orr got into the act himself. Orr assisted on 3 goals to surpass by 1 his own mark of 87 assists for a single season, and that record, of course, he established last year, the 69-70 season. The 22-year-old Orr now has 122 points for the season, 2 more than the record he established in 1969-70 for defensemen. And that's so far ahead of the next number, it's almost ridiculous. Orr also contributed in this game a second period goal to increase his record goal production by a defenseman in a season. Bobby now has 35 goals on a season, and the majority of forwards in the National Hockey League can never hope to score as many in any season in their careers.